Today, I sat down with the head chef at PancakeSwap, one of the top DeFi projects that's been around for multiple cycles. We discussed what they're seeing as hot new sectors in crypto, where the market's going this year and in the next five, as well as brand new features that PancakeSwap is launching to give its users the best edge in this market. So let's get into it. All right, could you share the origin story of PancakeSwap and what first inspired its creation?
Yeah, for sure. PancakeSwap was born in the DeFi summer of 2020, which is 4 years ago. And then the team saw an opportunity to build a decentralized exchange that could, combine low trading fees and the user-friendly experiences on BNB chain, and offering an alternative to Ethereum's, congested and expensive
Hmm.
environment at that time. So the name PancakeSwap was a nod to the playful spirit of DeFi. It's a little bit sweet, but it's also backed this with serious infrastructure and the most user friendly experiences. So yeah, that's the story of PancakeSwap, and currently I'm proud to be one of the leading DeFi protocols with over 1.3 trading volumes, and we have served more than 1 million total traders as of today. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
story.
All right. Now, before we get more into PancakeSwap, it's been a wild last couple months and weeks in the markets. What are your thoughts on the market? Where are we and where are we going?
I should say, yeah, we can see some correction, right? But it's a still
Yeah.
bull market. If you look at the Bitcoin price, it's still at a very, a relatively high price comparing with several years ago, or in the last cycle. So what we're seeing
Mhm.
is a typical was a cycle of correction, and the volatility may feel intense, but it's also um, reflective of increasing participation, innovation, and shifting narratives.
Mhm.
DeFi activity is still quite resilient. For example, in quarter one of this year, DEX volume on BNB chain, has 80% quarter to quarter growth, to 2.3 billion US dollars in average daily trading volumes. And PancakeSwap, we're taking around 9% of the total DEX activities. So we can also see a huge quarter to quarter growth as well in volumes. So for us, at PancakeSwap, we are actually being achieving a lot of significant milestones in the last quarter. I mean, in the current quarter. So some
Mhm.
all-time highs since inception. We're also excited to continue cooking on the industry. So we still see we're still in a very positive and bull market conditions, but just on different coins. Maybe for altcoin, there are some up and downs, but we're generally in a positive trend right now.
Gotcha. Now, what narratives do you see playing out for the rest of this year? Do you think we're going back to meme coins and AI, or are people going to seek more utility now after this latest market crash? Are we going to see like a flight to RWA and DeFi and maybe DePIN? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, narrative in evolves quickly in crypto, and
Yeah.
frankly, I do not expect meme coin will last so long. um, and but we truly, because we have been here for 4 years, we know
Mhm.
utility will come back to into the focus sooner or later. But we'll still see meme coins and hype circle. They're part of the crypto culture, I should say.
Mhm.
And also we're seeing renewed interest in the real yield DeFi. AI integrated DApps and on-chain infra, like Dipping you
Mhm.
mentioned, can generally see that project are combine innovation with actual usage, without our last, the noise. And for RW DeFi and Dipping, for RWAs, personally, I'm very interested because we can see, they are gaining a real momentum as they
Mhm.
bridge the traditional finance and blockchain, and deep projects like decentralized storage and bandwidth are seeing tractions as AI and edge computing grow, right? So in
Yep.
DeFi, our it's being redefined, I should say. PancakeSwap is right in the middle of this and leading, trying to leading in a way, especially with our push into the new features and new products, and then of course our recent launch of the new product called PancakeSwap Infinity. So we're trying to make sure PancakeSwap can be on the bus, or can be on the table when we can see several innovation on RWD dipping.
Now, for those who aren't aware, could you give us like a broad explanation of what PancakeSwap Infinity is?
Well, basically, PancakeSwap is a trading venue or a spot trading
Mhm.
venue for on-chain users, and we are the service PancakeSwap providing is the swap service, and PancakeSwap Infinity, which we launched last week, has been a year, in making, and also it's one of our biggest upgrade ever, I should say. It's the latest evolution of PancakeSwap, and we previously we call it PancakeSwap V4 because right now we have
Mhm.
version V2 and V3, and we say generally we say it should be V4, but now we rename it to PancakeSwap Infinity because we believe it's not just it's more than just an upgrade. PancakeSwap Infinity is about giving user the flexibility to create, innovate, and also take control of their DeFi experiences without any limit. So whether you are trading, providing liquidity, or developing new strategies, we want you to have the tools to make the most of your maximized returns and also unlock the best opportunities. So one of the most important feature of the Infinity is that developers has the capability or ability to build customer features directly into liquidity pools, because in our V2 and V3 is PancakeSwap, building and setting up the game plan. So we give users or we give liquidity providers a fixed fee or four-tier fee, and we give our users a fixed or one type of pools, and then anybody that in trying to interact with PancakeSwap, they only have choice. They only have the choice that we give them. But right now with PancakeSwap Infinity is kind of we give the liquidity, or we give the developers, or we encourage developers to come to PancakeSwap, developing together with us, and they were kind of trying to empower millions of developers, talent and smart ideas to make PancakeSwap as an open platform. That's the key difference between the PancakeSwap Infinity and also and PancakeSwap V2 and V3. That's the reason why we name it Infinity, because we can
Mhm.
see um, infinity possibilities, because with the hooks, or that hook is an external build smart contract to try to give the PancakeSwap pools customized features. So that's a general picture of what is PancakeSwap Infinity.
Now, okay. Now you touched on it a little bit on my next question, but can you walk us through how these customizable hooks work and why they're a game changer for both developers and DeFi users?
Yeah, the hook, as I mentioned, is an external um, um, build smart contract based on PancakeSwap Infinity. So the hook
Mhm.
architecture is a major leap forward, because you can think of hooks as a plugin for smarter liquidity. They allow developers to customize the behavior of a pool, from how swap are handled to how fees are charged, and even adding function like dynamic reward and fee discount. So what
Mm.
makes this powerful is that it's an open source. Builders can deploy their own logic and create entire new DeFi experiences on top of our infrastructure. So whether you want to access trading fee discount, dynamic reward, or better control over liquidity, hooks make it possible. We have partnered, with several external protocol partners such as Bravos, and also we have our in-house hooks that users can stay tuned as we roll this out. But for retail users, these hooks means more innovative features, more flexible tradings, and ultimately better outcomes. But Infinity moves PancakeSwap from being just an AMM DEX to more flexible platform. But with the retail users, everything will be handled by the smart router. So actually, if I'm a retail user, I go to PancakeSwap right now. If I want to do
Mhm.
a token swap, the whole user experience is not much difference, but I can gain more output from the swap.
Gotcha. Okay, that you covered my next question as well. This is funny. This is perfect. So now, how do you see blockchain technology evolving in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. Well, that's a big question, because 5 to 10 years in DeFi
We can
is
do 5 if it's easier.
yeah, even 5 is quite
Yeah,
long. Everything in DeFi happens
moves
in
fast. Yeah.
moves extremely fast. And we have stayed in the DeFi for 1 year, kind of working in the traditional industry for 10 years. So nowadays, it's pretty hard. It's pretty challenging for us to have a very clear picture, in the next 5 years. But
Hmm.
one thing for sure is, this technology need to have certain impact into people's daily life. Currently, the whole blockchain technology is majorly on trading, still on trading. Spot trading, perpetual trading. Lending and borrowing is also for trading, right? So, but whether this technology can really impact people's daily life, whether I can use the crypto or certain tokens to buy something, to buy my food, to pay for my bills, to do everything that can make my daily life easier. I guess that's the direction of the technology, but how PancakeSwap can be involved. We're a trading platform, we're a trading venue, and we're already exploring the possibility that how Pancakes can be participated in as an infrastructure provider. That's the reason why we have Infinity, because we want to enable. We have very lean team, and we have very lean technical team as well. So if we want to make PancakeSwap to be an infrastructure level provider, and we need to enable or leverage millions of developers out there, use leverage their smart ideas, their expertise to make sure, or to try or to explore what is possible on PancakeSwap and how this platform can benefit or impact people's daily life.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I know speculation trading has been one of the main use cases so far, but it'll be nice once we kind of evolve past that and it's something that people actually want to use in their daily life other than just trading. But speaking of trading, PancakeSwap has surpassed $1.1 trillion in volume, with March being at $80 billion alone. What are some of the biggest challenges you face while building your company, and how did you overcome them?
For DeFi, I think most of the challenge part is how can ensure the platform stay fast, easy to use as our skill continues to grow. As you mentioned, trading and speculation is still the main use case for this industry still, right? But even
Hmm.
for trading, DeFi is has a very high bar, for a lot of, for retail users. If I want to bring my mom on board on DeFi to give him a wallet to tell him how to swap a token, how to bridge assets from one chain to the other chain, how to do the borrowing and lending as they did, in the traditional bank. It's kind of it's quite challenging, I should say,
Hmm.
because the nature of the whole experience is complicated. Even we're trying to easy the whole user experiences, try to give users just a several click to finish all the process. But the understanding of the wallet, understanding of the bridge, understanding of the token on different chains is already a high bar for a lot of users. So I guess
Yep.
that's the major challenges. And also, if you want to grow the pie bigger, this is a problem or the challenge we need to solve. We need to break down the wall to make sure we can really bring this industry to the mass public, to let more people understand, and what would be the best platform, the best forum, the best opportunity to trigger this mass adoption. I guess it's a question mark to PancakeSwap, and also it's a question mark to all the DeFi players.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one to really know what that one app or project is that's going to really help. But if it's like you said, bringing a parent or your grandparent to do stuff on chain, it's such a high level, it's such a high barrier to entry that you almost don't want to right now because it doesn't seem like it's ready for it. At least for unless you're willing to really put in the work and bringing relatives, friends, family on, a lot of times it might not seem like it's worth it right now. But then moving on, how does your project differentiate itself in what's already saturated crypto market for things like this?
I think a very important point is, we have been here for 4 years. 4 years is normally a full cycle
Mm,
for DeFi, right? We experienced the peak time, we have a very fantastic time. On business data, we are kind of the number one on all metrics, and also we experience the downtime, during the bear market. So this experience is important because we understand how to position ourselves in different time. we know how to gain market share. We know how to develop or fight or join a business war during the peak time, because there's a business war you must win. You need to ride on the storm, to give users the best new product, innovative things during peak time. And also you need to how to position yourself, to from managing a company perspective, you know how to position the whole team during bear market, during the
Hmm.
downtime, and to make sure you can go through the process. I think that's one of the things that not all protocol out there has such experiences or has the capability to handle the different situation. And the second thing is, we PancakeSwap is right now our home chain, or we started from BNB chain, but right now we're supporting 9 chains already. And this
Hmm.
cross chain is firstly, provide our users, access to the different ecosystem. And the user can easily jump from one ecosystem to the other ecosystem on PancakeSwap only. It's not necessary for you to direct, to the other
Right.
platforms, to the other chains. And then also this experience is, shows the capability of the whole team to handle the multiple ecosystem, to make sure that our platform is stable. That's quite important, because in DeFi, trust is the most valuable thing that you need to gain with users.
Yeah, I think
Why?
in general, it's one of the biggest things in all of crypto, really.
Yeah, exactly. In many business, maybe in some sectors like stablecoin business, the trust is a core that can make their business more sustainable. But
Hmm.
for DEXs, for PancakeSwap, it's the same. That's this capability give us more confidence that we can definitely be here for another 14 years, and five, and another 4 and 14 to 15 years. Because we know what we can do, and we know what we can grow, and also we can position ourselves in a perfect timing.
So, what are some of the newer features that you guys are most proud of? I know there was mention of a Telegram bot and also MEV protection.
Yeah, since I stepped in, we have tried several new bots, and I also want to be transparent. Some of them are successful, and some of them are not that successful. But if you're
Hmm.
asking which new features are that I'm most proud of, I would say is PancakeSwap Springboard and also the TGE partnership. The reasons, Springboard is PancakeSwap's launchpad for new tokens. It's
Hmm.
built to making launching, a project simple, fast, and accessible. No coding, no dev team needed. Creators can just input their token informations, and then everything will be done in several clicks. And 2G partnership is, currently we're working together with Binance Wallet to help the project to do ICO or TGE on our platform. These two features I'm really proud of, because normally people will think PancakeSwap is a trading platform. So the key stakeholder is retail users and liquidity providers. So we
Hmm.
need to only take care of the, or balance this too, right? To give them the most benefit. The precondition of AM and DEX is we need to have enough assets seeding pools on PancakeSwap. So
Hmm.
PancakeSwap Springboard and the TG partnership is kind of pushing PancakeSwap, a step further. You are going out to talking directly, or to help the assets, to help the protocol issuing assets and seeding pools on PancakeSwap. We're currently secure, the source of our revenue. It's not only the retail users and the liquidity providers. So that's the reason why
Hmm.
I think that's the right move for us. We are that's also the reason why we can make a lot of milestone in the last 6 months time, because we're stepping further to engage with project directly to make sure they can see their pools on PancakeSwap. And that's the real revenue source for us.
Gotcha. Cool. Now, if we fast forward 5 years, what does the ideal version of PancakeSwap look like? What are innovations that you want to do or you have planned for the future?
So
Yeah.
we want PancakeSwap to be the go-to platform for all things DeFi. But
Hmm.
that's, all the go-to platform does not mean all users need to directly engage with PancakeSwap, because PancakeSwap right now we don't have app, right? But in the future, people will treat it on app. That's for
Hmm.
sure. There's something everybody is 100% for sure. And then how Pancake, right now, if we do not have an app, what's the rule in the future Pancake can be involved? That's also one of the reasons why we're partnering or we're enhancing our partnership with different wallet because we believe kind of the owning access for retail users to engage. Users
Hmm.
don't need to go to different website, go to perps trading, spot trading, borrowing lending, and they can only go to wallet and then everything will be hidden in the back end. And then the user can do everything, can do swap, do everything, only on via wallet. That's the reason why right now in CeFi you can see people can kind of enjoy the service in one app, but in DeFi people need to move from protocol to protocol. People need to go to from different website, from different bridges, different wallet to to access
Hmm.
the assets or service. But that's not right because it's impossible for every user to download. That's kind of impossible. Then why will be the access, and then how PancakeSwap can have a strong partnership with them to make sure we are the go-to platform for users.
So you really want to bring abstraction to DeFi and PancakeSwap so that the user doesn't have to see everything that's going on behind the scenes, just like centralized exchanges. You want more of like that abstraction where it just works for them and it's a lot more seamless, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or at least we need a time or education time period, right? Maybe
Hmm.
several years, user can only interact with a wallet and then gradually will understand how this whole ecosystem works. And then maybe in the next, 2 or 3 years, we can have different, apps or D apps, and the user can, maybe user have their own, favorite apps. They can just go there directly for a very specialized, experiences for swap.
Right. Now, what are your thoughts on perp dexes like Hyperliquid now with a lot of mind share? Does this help the decentralized exchange space, and do you ever see institutions using dexes, or will they always use centralized exchanges with large size?
I think the short answer is yes. I think for sure this will help the DEX space because more players in this space. Even this new player has only have 100 users, have 1,000 users. Hyperliquid
Hmm.
has much more users than that, right? Even a application with only 100 users, their education this 100 users. So we need to make the whole pie bigger. Then we need to welcome more competition. We need to welcome more players, and then Hyperliquid is maybe I should say, so one of the outperform the apps
Hmm.
already, considering its business size. And then but for sure in the process, people Hyperliquid will same with us. They will also experience peak time and downtime. They will learn
Hmm.
from the process, and then we can hold. And then such players with a solid experience and with a solid business case, we can working together to make the whole pie bigger. Otherwise, if we just stick to the current players, there's no innovation, there's no it's kind of impossible for us to push the boundary. So for sure, the answer is yes. They're helping the DEX space. And then regarding the DEX and the CEX, I think right now they're for institutional monies. They're also already exploring DEXs from for a variety of reasons, but only comparing with CEX, the money, I mean the fund
Hmm.
size still the big size is still sitting in CEX. As I mentioned, there are several considerations as well. First is the user experiences. The second is the security, because
Hmm.
it's very easy to be hacked. Very easy to be exploited
Hmm.
in DeFi comparing with CX. And that's also something we need to working on. From gradually, hopefully, we can solve the problem, or all the institutional funds can have enough security sense to protect their funds. So they have their own considerations, or security will be one of the key consideration for them, and compliance will also be one of the key considerations. All these factors. We can also see several products, responding to institution monies in DeFi already. Some of them are providing KYC, or verified pools to give the institution money, coming from CX to DEXs. This trial is definitely innovation, but it need time to see whether this model works. If this model does not work, maybe the other model well works. But we firmly believe DeFi or DEXs will be the future compared with DEXs, compared with CX, but also need time, need technology to support this innovation or this process.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Now, do you have any final words for the PancakeSwap community, or anything that we didn't touch on you thought is important?
Yeah, for our amazing community. Their support is better that keep us flipping. Whether you are swapping, farming, or a new joiner, PancakeSwap is building for you. Stay tuned for our big release. And if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter, join our Discord or Telegram communities, try our product, and give us feedback. And we welcome you to be part of the shaping the future of DeFi. And for sure, we're on our way to building together.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cutie, for having me here today.